for the angle. Ugh. Anyway, wait for y'all to come on in. Well, I enjoy. Is this gonna work? No, it's not gonna work. Fuck. Excuse my language. But I'm trying to figure out how to set you guys down. And just for the half time, I'll just hold it. Hold it for now, or put it on my iPad. Nope. Nope. Not gonna work. Should have thought about this before we clicked live. But it's okay. I'm drinking 2 different teas. So I do that. I'm so weird. Like, I don't know why I do that. I mix 2 teas together. 2 different brands. It tastes good in my mind. But to somebody else it might be like, ugh. Welcome. Welcome on in. You can kind of see me becoming. I have no choice but to be in line. I'm already in line. I've been in line, but to dress like it now, my higher self, it's crazy. The outfits I'm gonna be starting wearing again. I thought New York was my higher self, but that was just the beginning stage. And my Kundalini is already woken as we speak. I'm starting to go back and meditating. But when I was in New York, I would meditate every now and then, but there was so much demonic force to the point where, and this is water, it's hot as hell right now, and Georgia is what, like, almost in its hundreds. I think by 4th of July, we'll be in its hundreds. If not, New York is almost in its hundreds too. So I'm kind of glad I left at the perfect time. But knowing me, being Muslim, I have to cover up everything. So I have no choice but to embrace this heat, because this heat is not natural. It's not a natural summer heat. And they're playing with the weather. So make sure you guys drink your water. Seriously. It's important to drink your water. Drink your tea and stay dehydrated. I don't recommend drinking or smoking in this heat. Like, don't do all that stuff. Like, that was the old me, but like, yo, you pass out, you start having seizures, and you be like, oh, what the fuck? Like, yeah. And I've been having seizures like crazy, and it kind of slowed down a little bit. So, trying to get back healthy is it's working, but it's, yeah, my jinn, which I'm gonna talk about today. How you guys doing? Where you guys are located from watching, or if you are new to my channel, my name is Aphrodite Venus. I go by Aphrodite Venus. People call me Afro V, or if you know my government name, Maisha, or call me Maya for short. How you doing? Monokina. I don't know how to say your name. I'm very bad at names. Hi, how are you? What is your real name? Or what's a nickname that I can call you? You look beautiful, by the way. Love the picture. It's a hot summery day. I'm just trying to wait for a couple more minutes before I actually get started. Because I don't know. I try to wait for my subscribers, the people who constantly watch me every day, who think this knowledge is useful. I've been trying to wait on them. And yes, I'm becoming Muslim, so this is like my gear, or like my, you know, outfit, everyday outfit, you know, Muslim outfit. But I'm not becoming Muslim for everybody else or what I've been through. it was already my calling. It's just the sign was so obvious back then. I couldn't understand why my old life was it's cold. It's cold where you are? Let me fly there real quick so I can just get some cold air and come right back. I'll spend there for about a week or so. But it's so dang on hot. Like, yeah, like all this stuff that we have to layer ourselves over. Like, I have my garnish. I call it a garnish. I don't really know what's called. My other thing, and then I have a scarf underneath everything. Hi, Junie, Joni, Jolene, Jomaine. I don't know how to say that names. I'm so sorry. Hi, welcome, welcome. There's about 22 of y'all here. 17. It goes down, it goes up. 2 likes so far. I appreciate love you. Appreciate love you. If you guys want to send some donations or just pop in, give a subscribe, you know. Thank you. Appreciate it. I got it from Sheen, SHINE. They was only like $3. Anybody can get these. Everything I got on is pretty much from the website. So not sponsored, but like I like shopping there for clothes. And yeah. Hello. What's up? How are you? Alright. Some of you guys are coming in. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you. Finally, YouTube has the whole background drop thing, like how you can do on TikTok. So I've been trying to use this feature as much as possible. I don't like using my real life background. Isn't that a... Yeah, you're right. It is. It's like a... I'm supposed to cover my face, but it's hot. I don't really necessarily cover my face. I do have half of my body. So, yep. Alright. So today's topics is about jinns. Jinn, Jinn, or Ginn. And then I'm gonna throw some fantasies in there, and then I'm gonna like shit that we've been watching from like cartoon shows and stuff like that that's been talking about jinns and stuff. But I'm gonna actually talk about my encounter with my own jinn and other people's jinns. Like, New York was just a training ground for me, to be honest. It was straight up nothing but training. I wish I could just set this down, but I gotta charge my phone. I didn't even charge my phone last night. And I've been doing my 5 daily prayers lately, but I kind of miss my mornings prayer. So when I do miss my morning prayers, I kind of make up for it with 2 or 3 hours of praying. Like, I might make a video soon to show you guys how to pray, and I'm just beginning to learn that this is how you pray instead of the Christianity way. I do both, but it's one is more powerful than the other. One actually gets not really get rid of the jinn, but it kind of calms it down. So first and foremost, let's talk about what is a jinn. What is a jinn? Give me 1 second. A jinn can be like a demonic spirit. It's something that it starts off within the mind first, and then sometimes jinn it can form in your physical appearance, the way you dress, the way you eat, what you do, anything. So a jinn is a supernatural being in the Arabic and Islam text. text is something that's considered, they possess like free will and stuff like that. It's not necessarily they're free. No, they're not free. Allah always have a plan for them. Allah always keeps them. And when I mean by Allah, Allah is God. In Arabic, God is energy, God is source. You are source, you are God, you are Allah. So, in this case, when you are beginning your spiritual awakening, opening your chakras, open up the third eye and everything, they don't necessarily talk about that in the Quran. But I kind of mix my own religion, like everything that I've been learning so far, all together, because everything that I know before kind of makes sense. What's happened to me for the past couple of 15, 20 years. I'm 31, but I didn't come to awakening until at the age of 14. And I had multiple spiritual awakening after that. But in the beginning, I didn't know that it was a jinn for me that was teaching me these spiritual gifts that I knew. But at the same time, it was also Allah teaching me the God, my godly self, the other half of me, who's just like me, who created me. You know, he was showing me where they're from, what they do, what their agenda is here. Like I said yesterday on yesterday live. If you haven't watched that, when you get off this live, go watch that one. It all makes perfect sense of what I'm about to say today to you about how to defeat your jinn and how to make your jinn submissive. It's hard to, but it's not. It's up to the jinn if they was willing to be good. My jinn was lucky enough to already be willing to be good because it was teaching me good and bad things with the gift that I have. I'm clairvoyant, so I'm able to see all things, just patterns for normal people who don't believe in this shit. I'm able to see recognitions and determinations and discernment. For people who actually believe in this stuff, I actually can see past, present, and future. It's, and then it all collides sometimes. It's just, it is what it is. I'm just beginning to understand the gift. So, yeah. You might be in the same boat as well, just learning and observing. And that's pretty much all we can do. Everything else is up to our godly self or Allah, you know, the Creator, the Almighty, the Most High. There's nothing above Him, and there's nothing under Him. Everything He created is equally for a purpose, the good and the bad. We have to have yin and yang. It's the in and the out. It's the once the bad becomes good and the good becomes bad. Sometimes it does switches like that. But since when CERN, and I'm gonna get to the minute like why CERN is so connected to this case. I have a theory. I have a straight up theory what it is that they're about to do. What it is that they're about to do when CERN is shut down. Remember when we had the pandemic? They shut it down, and even before, we're getting ready to have another pandemic. This is where, if the more times we're stuck in a home or more times we're stuck in the box, our gens is just gonna be roaming around in our mind or torturing our mind to get out. They do that. They will torture you for centuries and years until you come to Allah, come to the Almighty of yourself. It's it's a bittersweet battle. I had battles with myself every day, the addictions and everything. The one sign that my jinn would give off, and this is what they do to let you know that they invoked you. It starts off with sweets. You will eat a lot of sweets. Your skin will break out. You will be unhealthy. You will be unbalanced. You don't know how to really take care of yourself. You wouldn't really shower much. You wouldn't really like, I don't know, put on clean clothes, for crying out loud. You won't. It's so many signs that a jinn gives off. And a jinn is also a form of a demonic spirit. They're not necessarily demonic, it's just that they come from below. And what Allah wants them to do with inside of our souls is to make them good, is to make them submit, like how our original soul was submitted to him or her, you know, the God in you. But I had to learn the hard way, and I'm still learning. It's one day at a time. I did my Ramadan this year, and now it's like I've been fasting for a while, even before, and it was just natural. But then I actually took the time to did my Ramadan, but I realized some things, and I was still dealing with my gin, like the smoking and the liquor drinking. It was because like not that I can keep constantly blaming my environment, but I can honestly say I can blame myself for just embracing the fact that that was okay, that that was normal, that was something that it was like an easy quick fix. That's never the case. No, that's never the case, because at the end of the day your problems in your mind and your internal self is still there. You have to face it full on head. Like, especially with the Mercury retrograde happening, like, it all fucking makes sense. Even Allah, the moon, told me before I even embark on the journey of heading to New York, he would show me visions, people that I was supposed to stay away from, jinns that I was supposed to stay away from, and I did the totally, completely opposite, all because my jinn wanted to meet another jinn, and then the outcome didn't expect what it was, but at the same time, it kind of did because I got knowledge out of it. I was fully conscious, fully aware of what was happening, what was being placed on earth between me and this individual. Like, he didn't even know his gen was out, but he did, but he couldn't control it. His gen was not submitting to him at all, because also remind you, also he was a Muslim as well. But he didn't pray 5 times a day. He didn't clean like he was supposed to. His soul, his body, his room, his house, everything. It wasn't even his house, but it was his friend's house. They didn't do none of that stuff because Jen likes to be around people who are messy and unholy. They like to be around chaos. And the more times you're in the chaos, the more times you get sucked in and becoming your Jen, becoming your demonic force. But like the best way for me to submit to my gen, I made a submission. I told her if you can get me out of this situation that currently in. I kept telling her people was trying to send me to jail, trying to do all kinds of fucked up shit, taking my money, stealing from me. I had everything. I had, like, yo, it was it was getting bad to the point where I was praying to her instead of to Allah, to the Most High, to my higher self. Like, it was getting that bad. And most of the time when I'm on here, half of y'all didn't even recognize my gen. Maybe some of y'all did. Maybe some of y'all did. Y'all peeped it. Maybe y'all did. So then the more times I kept coming up here, I kept I kept recognizing other people's gens. And I was like, man, this world needs a full on cleaning. I think that's why they kind of like shut down CERN, because CERN did like a timeline switch to where the ones who are weak now, weak before, we are rising now. We're rising in their timeline, and then to the ones who are in their timeline and just stealing and doing all kinds of things, messing with the internet, not the internet, messing with the innocent, they are getting the karma dealt with till this day. I had to go see the vision myself. That's why I went to New York. The vision was always constantly in my mind, and he all like the God version of me always wanted me to pray, always wanted me to do these things. Allah wanted me to do that, and I did. But I felt like certain things was not being met. So I needed my energy to be in the center of the arena because let me tell you, Muslims versus other people religions or like other communicate other community they have like a strong belief system, a strong foundation of how to handle these jinn. So I've been reading the Quran. I'm not quite done with it yet. I just started, so it's a lot to understand and to try to comprehend. You can't read the Quran all in one day. It takes possibly like maybe a year or so, 5 years to comprehend the knowledge. But right off the bat, with a couple of pages, I was like, "Yep, I'm experiencing this. Something is happening with this, with that," and then it all makes sense. And boom, I transform, and I'm like, "Oh, this is what you wanted me to do this whole entire time was to just become who and what you are." My gym didn't like the fact that I was losing touch of reality. Sorry, that was itchy. I was like not necessarily losing touch of reality, but just losing touch of time and space and everything in between. There was a period of time when I was out there homeless. I'll kind of lose consciousness. You can that can happen. Yo, I fought so hard to gain back some senses in my mind, fighting my jinn, fighting my inner demons, my like persona, my whole well being of who I thought I was. Who I thought I was not exactly who I thought I was. Like everything feels different now for me. I don't know about you guys. Everything feels completely different. I'm gonna give this about like a half an hour because I'm gonna go live on my TikTok. So I've been trying constantly to keep up with my social medias, performing or just saying something, do whatever, not just whatever, but do what's in the mind, so the frequency can keep continuing. Because they're literally trying to destroy everything that is holy. I don't get it. I don't get how these beings came in, but I actually kind of do. I actually kind of do. Let me look it up. Actually, not look it up, but like give you the correct information. I got this book. Um, can't even see it because of the freaking background. But it's from the TikTok shop. Not sponsored, by the way. Still can't see it. God damn it. It's okay. Oh, here it is. Right here. Right on the page. Oh, they came from the black cube. Okay. That's what she was trying to tell me. Because I saw, the Kaaba, the black cube. I might be saying that wrong. The cube thing from Israel, Islam. I used to get visions from that place a lot, and now that it all makes sense. How Judas and Saturn and Islam and Saturn all kind of mixed up, including with Christianity. That one. She was like on top of the box. I will always see her on top of the box, just looking down on people, not like in a negative way, but with her spiritual eyes, she would just look down on them, and she would just point her finger, swirling around the box. I'd be like, and then I was actually there too. I was actually seeing my own self through this Jen. I was like, oh shit. But she kind of, my Jen kind of looks like Shiva a little bit, or like Ishtar a little bit. mixed together. Um, and she's blue. Sometimes now she's white. She's full on white. They can change and alternate their appearance um, the way that they want. They don't even have to stay human form for so long. The only time they are in human form if they want to mate with you, want to create a baby with you, which they are baby jinns, and a whole family of jinns, and then a whole family of supernatural beings, and a whole family of high-ranking, powerful beings, like just in general. So she, I think that's probably why she made me crave to be a mother as well. I was trying to do the mission for her. I was trying to create her son for her, the son that she has in the realm that she's from. I can't tell you which realm she is from because she wanted me to keep that a private now, because before she would get tortured a lot by like other jinns, other male jinns, and sometimes female jinns, like sexually or like um just harvesting her energy. And that's where I would get the visions, the dreams, and stuff like that for you guys up here. Now that I know the truth. Now that I know everything. I don't know everything exactly. Now that I know what I know, I can kind of control it and be in two bodies at once. Like my body is here, my mind is there, it can see it, but my soul is inside of the avatar, aka Jen. It's fucked up how it happened. Excuse my language, I'm working on it. But it's so messed up how it happens. That how my Jen was created. How all of our gens was created through trauma. Through these painful experiences. And they came through the Taurus field at the same time as our spirit was awakening. Or as we was awakening our kundalini. And just latched on like parasites. In the beginning of time, I couldn't understand the signs of what I was seeing with my Jinn. Like, first you will see like black dots going around you, or going around the corner that you feel the energy, and you happen to look in that direction, you will see black dots. They look like, you know how if you stare at light for so long, and the, I guess the light, you will start seeing the light move out of the corner of your eye. It starts to look like that. Or they start clothing themselves all covered up like an actual Muslim. They look like Muslim people, but like they're just covered up and they're actual projecting, or they're actually in your space. And then they can actually transform themselves into any object that you are trying to desire from, to get you to want these things, because their energy is on it, their essence is on it, and they're trying to transfer your godly essence into them. So when you're in your spiritual awakening, you're kind of like in a sleep coma. The best way to put it, you're in a sleep coma. You're aware, but you're not fully aware of the dream or what's happening around you. It's okay. You'll get better at understanding this the more you know. The more you read your books, the more you read your Quran, whatever religion you are in at the moment, the more beliefs you have about the Allah that you know, about the God within you, you're unstoppable. But embrace yourself. There are levels and stages that you have to do to make your jinn submit. Not only that, the reason why Allah wants your jinn to submit, so that you can be an inspiration for other jinns to submit to Allah as well. So you'll go through the battle, you'll go through the trials and tribulations, but you will make it out alive regardless. I was in a room full of them. Actually, I was in the city full of them. In Georgia, not so much. It's half and half. It's half and half. It's half dark and half white. Yeah, half dark and half light. And then New York is just full straight up demonic, straight up full on. But I see why they would do their prayer during Ramadan season. They will go out in the street and do their prayer, and they will block the intersection and they'll pray out openly. And that made me have a different perspective about other people's religion, including my own, while I was becoming. So it all makes sense. It all makes perfectly a good sense. What's been going on worldwide? Like with the Ring of Fire, it's another spiritual awakening for everybody. Because Allah wants us to pay attention to our most high, like, yo, ourselves. Allah is God. Please don't get offended. Like, oh, she believes in God. I believe I am God too, also, while believing in God. I believe I'm also a spirit as well, or a servant helping God, helping the Almighty, the Creator. That's my perspective. It doesn't have to be yours. It's an example of like how much faith you have for the world. Like the world will get better one day at a time. They say it will get worse before it gets better. It's just like if we all get in line and just become who we are meant to be, we wouldn't have to struggle this much in society. There wouldn't be no such thing as homelessness. Everybody would have been fed. And that's what I was doing when I was out there. I was feeding other people who was homeless just like me. I might look like I have more because of how I carried myself. But like at the end of the day, if you are a true believer of Allah, you don't let your brothers and sisters starve. Like I know it's like not eating or having anything. And to this day, I'm trying to teach my family that. Like, yo, when you see somebody who don't have much, give what you can. It's a blessing for them, to you. You don't know what you're gonna get in the outcome. Stop expecting to, oh, God gonna bless me with more money, or God gonna give me a house, this and that, third. It's not that. It's just good for your soul and good for humanity. Like if you saw a baby out on the street today, would you feed it? Yeah, probably your other self would be like, no, I will not feed that baby. Well, that's on you then. That's your consciousness. My consciousness would tell me, help that child, clothe that child, give whatever you can to that child. And I did that with so many people up there in New York, even when I was at my lowest. Even when I was dealing with drinking and stuff like that, smoking, whatever, I was still a kind person at the end of the day, regardless of my internal problems, what I have with myself, because of my past. You know, I learned to defeat my past. I'm a true testimony of what I went through. So are you. You're still existing. Can you still see yourself today? Yes. Do you have clothes on your back? Yes. Do you have food in your refrigerator? Yes. Most people don't. Because it's not their fault. Well, spiritually, yes. They should have had more spiritual determination and to come to Allah quickly before letting it happen. Same thing with me. I did come to him, but it was kind of like already kind of following the orders anyway of my own jinn or Allah. You know. And another thing, they don't like cleanliness. They don't like to see you clean at all. Clean in the mind, clean in the soul, clean how you dress. So if I were you, I would start cleaning your space, cleaning your home, your car, um, cleaning yourself. Internally, start fasting and cleaning your skin, everything. Because the jinn is always on you. Like, I don't know how to express this enough. I really don't. I do, but it's like, how can I make you understand that demonic forces are upon us? They've been upon us. It's just kind of getting worse a little bit. The energy is getting louder. The chaos is getting louder. The frequency of them is getting louder. We need to upgrade our frequency, upgrade our vibration into a more healthier frequency and vibration. Tune your fork and tune your television to God, to Allah, to yourself. I really thought that when the World of Cups came, I really thought the world was gonna end like right then. But no, it was just another distraction. So I don't know. But that's it. That was like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 36 minutes, 40 minutes of good knowledge, I guess, of my experience, expressing my experience, whatever you want to call it. I just hope that my Jen understands what I have to do. I have to destroy the timeline. Because I'm not about to bring a demonic baby ass, like, into this world. No. Hell no. It's only demonic if you make it demonic. But, like, I know if I do have a child, I know what to do on the opposite side of the vision. I know now. But it's not gonna be in New York. Not. I met the potential person, but he wasn't aligned. He wasn't really a true Muslim. Sorry to put your business out there, but you really wasn't. You wasn't praying 5 times a day. You wasn't oh my god. Sorry. You wasn't. I was just eating a biscuit earlier. I did not see that. Like it was just too much. You enjoyed chaos more than you enjoyed God. So I don't know. Till then.